What's going on, guys? It's Sam, and today I'm going to show you my top 5 editing PC tips, whether you're looking for a new computer or you're just looking for an upgrade. Let's open this bad boy.
That's good.
So tip number 1, you don't need a high-end graphics card. Generally, if you're looking for a computer, it's going to be classified by the processor, but you're also going to want to put some weight into the graphics card. Now, graphics cards can come from AMD or NVIDIA. Those are the top 2 right now. Right now, all the graphics cards are super expensive, especially if you have a tower like me and you've wanted a GeForce RTX 3070 for so long, or 3090 now, but they're like $1,500 a pop. Like, you don't need that. For editing, you don't need that. When you're in Premiere Pro or you're in Final Cut Pro, while you're editing, it's mostly processor intensive. The only reason why you would need a high-end graphics card is if you wanted to render effects, specifically special effects, faster. Now, if you're like me and you're making YouTube videos just like this one, I don't need a super high-end graphics card. Yes, I have one because it came with the computer that I wanted to buy. I didn't buy it because it had a really great graphics card. I actually wanted the graphics card to play games, but I don't need it for editing. Every time I'm working on a video, unless I'm using really great special effects using After Effects or Cinema 4D or any other software like that, that's when the graphics card comes into play. But if you're just editing YouTube videos and you just want to make a video like this one, or you want to vlog or anything like that, you don't need a graphics card that's like higher than a RTX 2000 series. I left some recommendations down in the description below, so you can check those out. Number 2. Bomb-ass processors. You guys need to make sure that if you're setting up an editing computer, you need to have an amazing processor. Now, processors can come from AMD, they can come from Intel. I mean, you can get a Chromebook now. I honestly don't know what hardware they use in there, but I prefer Intel. AMD's pretty good, but I prefer Intel because they're more reliable, they've been around longer, and also I've been using them. I'm a fan of them. Right now, I have an 11th gen Intel processor, which is one of the latest. They also have 12th gen. If you're using an Intel processor that's in like the 7th gen or the 8th gen, it's basically impossible to edit. Sure, you can do some minor edits, but you can't really make great videos with like motion graphics flying all over the place. Speaking of Mogurts, you can check out my latest subscribe button motion graphics tutorial, and you can also download it for free by clicking the little icon in the top corner, you know, the one with the eye and the circle. Just go and click on that, and you can check out that video and get it for free. Anyways, the processor is the most important part when you're building a computer or buying a computer or upgrading any part in your computer for editing specifically. When you're using Premiere Pro or Final Cut or DaVinci Resolve, it's going to be very processor heavy. It's going to require a lot of those GPU cores. It's going to require a lot of those threads. So make sure that if you have a computer and you want to set it up for optimal editing, no lag, have a great processor, preferably a 10th gen Intel or higher, or a Ryzen 5800 or higher. Oh, also real quick, if you're getting Intel, go for the i7s. The i5s aren't fast enough. Number 3, SSDs, solid state drives. Those are for apps. Hard drives, if you have a second one inside of your laptop or computer, those are for all of your media. So a solid state drive is not great for editing. It deteriorates the solid state drive a lot faster if you have footage on there and you're editing with it, because it's going to read and write constantly. That's what editing does. It's one of the most computer labor intensive tasks that you can do. And it's going to destroy the solid state drive a lot faster than it would destroy a hard drive. So hard drives you can edit for on at least 3 to 5 years if you're doing constant editing. Like, let's say you're uploading 1 YouTube video a week. It's a lot better to edit off of a drive that has a spinning disk in it than a little tiny memory card, okay? The reason is for longevity, it's for reliability, and also you want to have your media on a separate drive than your apps. Because let's say you're reading and writing footage off of the SSD on your computer, which also has Premiere Pro installed on it, it's going to slow down Premiere Pro tremendously. So you want to avoid that. You want to have Premiere Pro run independently on its own drive, the SSD, while editing footage on another drive. I prefer an external drive, so one that you just plug into your computer, or you can use the second hard drive if it's available in your computer as well. Number 4, get yourself a keyboard, mouse, monitor, and headphones or speakers. So the mouse is night and day compared to a trackpad. Some of you might be really great at editing on a laptop, you're like pros with the trackpad, but honestly, if you switch to a mouse, you'll realize how much more control you have. You'll realize how much longer you can edit for if you're sitting at a desk with a mouse. Also, a keyboard and a monitor are really important, especially if you have a laptop. You want to make sure you don't edit on the laptop for long periods of time. It's only good to edit on a laptop for maybe like an hour or so, because most laptops aren't built ergonomically for your body to sit in a position for a long period of time. So it's optimal to have a desk where the top of the monitor is lined up with your eyes, where you have your mouse and you're not reaching for it, your keyboard, you're not reaching for that, and you're just kind of calmly like sitting there like at a desk, and you could sit there for a while, stand up every hour because that's healthy. You want to make sure that you have a great desk setup to edit, because you don't want to be slouching or feeling bad while you're making creative decisions, because if you're not feeling good about your body pains, then your brain is also not going to respond very well and make great videos because you're uncomfortable. Also, speakers are a must, because you need to be able to hear the highest quality sound possible for the videos that you're working on, so that you know what other people are hearing too. It's quality control. Okay, last but not least, my opinion on laptops and computers. So laptops are for quick videos. If you're just making videos like vlogs or videos that are just pretty straightforward, kind of like the one I'm recording now, you can use a laptop for that. You can use a laptop to edit it real quick. It only takes like an hour max, hopefully, and you're good there. If you're going to be editing a large project like a short film or something that's like 10 minutes long with many scenes in it, or even a video just with a lot of editing in it, just a lot of post-production effects and stuff like that, I would recommend a tower for that type of work. So if you're uploading YouTube videos that require a long time editing, a tower is more optimal for that. And by a tower, I mean, you know, those computers that sometimes have the crazy lights going on inside of them. I have one of them. You can check it out. I'm probably showing a picture of it right now. So yeah, like piggybacking off of the fourth point, laptops are better for quick videos. You don't want to be on them for too long. And towers, which are usually at desks with a monitor and a keyboard and a mouse, those are better for big projects. Now, I think my number one tip is if you have a laptop and a tower, it's great for mobile editing. And what I mean is you can have all of your footage for your big videos, your big projects. You can have all your footage living inside of your tower, and then create proxies of that footage. And you can learn more about proxies by checking out my latest course called Zero to Hero Adobe Premiere Pro. It takes you from knowing nothing to being a pro at Adobe Premiere Pro. The link is in the description, so go ahead and check that out. You can learn all about proxies. So yeah, it's great to have a setup where you have a home base with your tower. That's where you edit mostly. But if you need to travel somewhere, or if you just want to edit on the couch, you just want to work from home and edit on the couch, you could do it on your laptop even if it is a big project. You can use your proxy files so that your laptop doesn't have to be nearly as powerful as your tower PC. If you have more questions on that, just leave it down in the comments. But other than that, guys, that's all I got for you. Check out all the things that I recommended down in the description. You can see basically everything that I own and that I would recommend you guys use too if you're making YouTube videos and you want to have a better PC that's built for editing and also gaming if you're into that. So yeah, go ahead and get my course for Adobe Premiere Pro. There's a free trial. It's for 7 days. Link is down there, like I mentioned before. And the last thing I want to leave you guys with is the next video, which is a tutorial on how to make that motion graphics subscribe button. You can create that template, put it in your Premiere Pro project, and grow your YouTube channel with a nice little subscribe graphic with the bell and everything. Okay. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next one.
Good.